Sorry if the publishing of my blog is a bit erratic these days. As you know, vlogging needs not just commitment, vlogging needs routine. I don't have routine for now in my life. I've started a relationship, so it's the beginning, it's all new, and we want to spend a lot of time together. So that makes these vlog things a bit more complicated now than when I was single with just one thing to do, finding an idea for this vlog. But it makes things much more interesting. Tonight we are going to hack PhDs. It's raining in Paris tonight. I'm here to meet a group of PhDs who meet once a month, and in this place called La Penderie. 2 months ago this place was a sushi shop, and last year it was a burger shop. Okay, now it's a bar. Tonight I'm with Guillaume and Adrien to an association called Hack Your PhD.
So Hack Your PhD is basically about to discuss the changes in practice in research. So as you may be familiar with, science and research are two different things. Science is like the idea of knowledge. Research is about building new knowledge. And science is pretty good. Research system is kind of problematic those days. A lot of problems with like access to academia for positions, and also lack of reproducibility in research. But meanwhile, there are also wonderful things happening, like the use of digital technologies to exchange knowledge, never like before. And now with Sci-Hub, you have access to a lot of research for free. But it's kind of the scientific publishing is the bad guys of research and science. They are kind of taking money from researchers and taking money from students, and in between they are just making money on the free. So with Hack Your PhD we kind of explain those problems and how we can, as young researchers, students and citizens even in general, change that, because we are like the 99% of research and science, and we can make a change in those things through our practice.
So I think one of the questions that you could ask is, if you are, for example, I'm a journalist, okay? Or I am a citizen, and someone, my doctor told me I should not eat this or that, and I want to check that, or that maybe that new treatment, I want to check that. Yeah. So how do I access the science that I'm talking about? I have a friend, for example, he's an engineer, he's engineering, so he's doing new work, and he told me each paper you need to like find 10 papers before you can find your paper. Each paper is $30. We don't have $300 right now, just to have a specific answer to a specific question. Okay. So what I need to do is just get around and put stuff together, and I never read all the papers. So how do you access the papers? So the question is,
and the
how do you
problem is
access
that
these papers?
you have access to this knowledge through the, I would say, like the deforming mirror of the press.
Yeah.
And sometimes like super sensationalistic. Oh yeah, we understand the brain. Oh yeah, we understand this disease and so on. And each time it's just like really public relationship and so on. But the sensationalistic claim in the press, when you talk about real research, people think it's boring, because like there is this huge contrast between like, oh yeah, we are like flying and to Mars and so on, but there are also like daily lives of researcher that makes sense from a knowledge perspective, and people need to be aware of that and can participate to that. So our association also participates in citizen science. So the way citizens can actually be part of science and also do research.
Just one question, do you have a website?
It's hackyourphd.org. Your PhD, initially it was because there were a lot of PhD students kind of not at ease with the state of academia, so that's how we come up with the name. And you can also find us on social media, so Facebook and Twitter.
Okay.
Basically.
As usual, I put the link below. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Ma è mais difícil da entender.
De entender? De entender?
Sim.
Entende? Quero sambar meu pé.
É?
Quero sambar meu pé.
Samba